ain't reach you, do your girl a favor and hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so you can get that thing whenever I upload a new video. So today, we are going to be talking about being over emotional and how that does not serve us, okay? While, of course, doing our makeup. Come on over. Come on over, love bugs. If you are catching this on a replay, make sure that you once again hit the like button and drop your girl some pink hearts. And let me know if you can ever recall a time or two where you was way too emotional. Okay? I need to know. So, of course, being emotional is relating to a person's emotions, similar words, spiritual, inner, psychic, psychological of the heart. Hey, J. Marie. Hey, Aisha. Hey, Mo. So what does being emotional mean? If someone says stop being so emotional, they're telling you to calm down because your feelings are out of control. When you're emotional, you're feeling lots of feelings or emotions, happy, sad, afraid, lonely, mad. An emotional speech makes you stand up and cheer. An emotional movie tugs at your heartstrings. What is an example of an emotional person? For example, do you get upset when someone doesn't return your call, or do you feel overwhelmed when you're in a crowded place? If so, you may be highly emotional person. The intensity in relationships, highly emotional people often form intense relationships, whether they be romantic or otherwise. What's up, love bugs? How are you guys? Shouts out to y'all. Happy hump day. Thank you, Cynthia Tademi. I love it when you guys anticipate my needs. What's going on? Enlightening. Hey, Marlee. Hey, Lawana. Hey, Demira. Hey, Cinquavia. Good afternoon. How are you guys? I'm glad y'all got the notifications. Hey, PJ. Hey, I'm just an idea. Hey, California. Yes. Emotion equals energy in motion. That's a good one. That's a good one. So, everyone likes to say that women are the more emotional of the sexes. And I personally disagree with that. However, I do feel like we can, do a much better job at controlling our emotions and not crashing out and not wearing our hearts on our sleeves, because oftentimes we lead with emotion and it does not serve us. It doesn't get us anywhere. It actually works against us when we are too emotional, especially dealing with the opposite sex. It works against us when we're too emotional dealing with each other. Hey, Lydia. Everybody up in here, hit the like button for me. Double tap the screen. There's three dots at the top of the screen on the right-hand corner. Press it and give me a thumbs up. I'm drinking liquid chlorophyll for all of you who care. That's what we're drinking. So, these days we say, oh, crashing out. Good morning. Well, good afternoon from me to you. We'll call it like crashing out, when you get too crazy and you start to like spiral. And I've definitely crashed out before. But to be quite honest, my crash outs usually they've more than not have taken place when I've been under the influence of alcohol. Like I just gotta be honest. No, I'm not an alcoholic. I have overindulged a time or two. I'm human. I was a bartender. I was a party girl. I'm a human being. So, and of course, when you're under the influence, it's that much harder to control your emotions and to have a poker face. But I'm kind of expressive, but I've been told that I was stoic. I've been told that I had no emotions. I've been told that I'm not vulnerable enough. I've been told that I'm cold. I've been told I have an ice box where my heart used to be. I've been told so many things. I've been told that I act like a man as far as emotions are concerned, which I don't believe any of these things are true. However, I have had to spend a lot of time working on learning how to control my emotions because growing up, I was very sensitive. I cried a lot in my earlier 20s. I used to cry every single day. Excuse me. You take liquid chlorophyll with matcha, okay, or Mariana Icebox. Yes, you're in New York. I believe you. I ain't lying. If I'm lying, I'm flying. And I don't get up here and tell you all lies. Like y'all are my people. Y'all are my aces. So we talk, and I give y'all a little bit of thank you, baby. I give y'all a little bit of story time. Even though these trolls, these dirty, rotten scoundrels, like to get up in my comment section and use the things that I tell y'all. They like to weaponize it and use it against me. But that's okay because, like I said, I'm a martyr. I'm a social experiment. That's what we're here for. So if I got to take the lashings in order to get the message out, it's okay. We in this to win it. I'm drinking liquid chlorophyll, and this will be linked in my Amazon storefront. I will have that link for you guys soon. I keep saying it, but I will. I speak things into existence. So when I talk to y'all and I tell y'all things, I'm not just blowing smoke up your a-hole. You actually, and you guys can attest to seeing the things that I've told you that I was going to do. It's just a matter of time. It's timing. And like I said, I do everything. It's just me. I don't have a virtual assistant. I don't have a team of people. It's just literally just me. So y'all gotta bear with me. You drink that every day. Not every single day, but I drink it a few times out of the week. Like I don't so I do a lot of different herbs and like supplements, and so I don't do everything every single day because I don't want to like overload my system. So like yesterday, you see, I was drinking a moringa latte that I made for myself. Then sometimes I'll do the bitters, and sometimes I'll do like, the oil of oregano. Like I kind of alternate on days. I don't do it every single day, but for the most part, every day I am, taking something, a tonic or an elixir or something of the sort. Hey, Sheldon. I'm listening to your topic from home. Hey, Veronica. What type of content creator are you? We talk about things pertaining to relationships, things pertaining to women. Sometimes we get into hot topics. It just matters. Hey, Tate. What's up, boo? Finally get to see you live. Shouts out to you having a day off. So, okay. What are some examples of an emotional person? An example of an emotional person could be someone who readily cries during a sad movie, becomes visibly upset when criticized, or expresses their joy exuberantly when receiving good news. Essentially, someone who openly displays a wide range of emotions in response to situations, often appearing very sensitive to their surroundings. And this is what we spoke about in yesterday's live, where I said that melanin rich women don't really get the space or the grace to be overly emotional or to be expressive or to show and express a range of emotion because we just don't get the same grace in society as other groups of women or people. Key characteristics of an emotional person: highly expressive. They openly show their feelings through facial expressions, body language, and tone of voice. Easily affected by others. This is a key one. Easily affected by others. I really, really want us to pay attention to that. They may quickly pick up on emotions of other people around them and react accordingly. So, being easily affected by others is not something that works in your favor as a woman. It does not, especially in dealing with the opposite sex, because, men will play you like a fiddle and they'll play on your heartstrings and they'll use it against you. And, another way that you could be easily to pick up emotions is if you're an empath, and being an empath is also a superpower. So I don't want what I'm saying to be misconstrued as if I'm saying that there's something wrong with being emotional. No, I think being emotional is a beautiful thing. However, in dealing with men, being overly emotional very rarely works out in your favor unless that man is even with your, even if you got sons. I don't know. I don't have children yet, so I can't really speak on that. But I don't know if that works out for moms to be overly emotional with their sons, because then their sons see it as a weakness, and then they often prey on that as well, and they get away with things. And then if you become a mom that coddles her son, never holds him accountability for his actions. He be out here running, acting crazy, running rampant out here in the streets, doing all sorts of things because his mother was overly emotional with him and never held him accountable. And he just thought that he could get over on women. So he started to, seek out women that was overly emotional like his mom, or he learned how to be manipulative because he had an overly emotional mother. And usually, when you're overly emotional, it's easy to manipulate you because you need your emotions to be regulated. And if you're overly emotional in a relationship with a man and you're crashing out about something and he could just lie to you, that will help to regulate and soothe your emotions in the moment, even if he's telling you a lie. So that makes you a little more like easily manipulated. Hey LJ, I'm late. No, you didn't miss much, but we're just talking about, how being overly emotional works against women in relationships, particularly relationships with intimate partners. It doesn't really serve us. It just puts us, out there to be manipulated. Men don't take you seriously when you're overly emotional. They take advantage of you when you're overly emotional, and they play on that. Y'all got to understand. 9 times out of 10, any and everything that you display to a man, any and everything that you tell a man, any and everything that you show a man, he is going to weaponize that against you. He's going to use that against you. So you have to be mindful of how it is that you're moving. And a lot of men don't find a woman being overly emotional attractive. And, if you care about that sort of thing, then you want to mind how it is that you're acting when you're in the company of the opposite sex or when you're in a relationship. Because once again, a man is going to use that against you. He's going to weaponize your overly emotional reactions against you, you know? And it's just not safe. It really isn't. It doesn't really serve you to be crashing out. And it's not okay for you. It's not okay for your central nervous system. It's not okay for your chemical imbalance. It's not okay for your hormones. So being overly emotional is not something that we should do. I learned hard and late. Yo, don't feel bad because I done crashed out a bunch of times. Do not feel bad. I'm not. This is a judgment free zone. I done crashed out too, child. I done crashed out. I done called a bunch of times. I done yelled. I done cussed. I done cried. I done screamed. I done some of it all. And like I said earlier on, majority of the time when I was overly emotional though, I was under the influence of alcohol. Like that, it lowers your inhibitions. You're not really thinking clearly. Like you kind of just like impulsive, and you're just acting off of how you feel in a moment and you're not thinking about how this is making you look. You don't care. And men don't necessarily like that, but manipulative and narcissistic and psychopathic men, they love that because it fuels them in a different way. Narcissistic men love overly emotional women because it bigs up their ego. It validates their manhood. It makes them feel good to be able to show their friends, like, look, she's crazy. She's calling me a million times. It makes them feel valid because men that are narcissistic need a bunch of validation and they need a lot of attention. They have this grandiose sense of superiority and sense of self. So if you're acting crazy and crashing out and being overly emotional, it fuels them in a way, but that's not healthy. It's not healthy and it doesn't work out for you in the long run. I don't even know how sustainable relationships are with overly narcissistic men or men with like narcissistic personality disorder. I don't even know how long those relationships could really last unless you just really stay in an abusive cycle for a long time. Yes, under alcohol, I've crashed out. Veronica, bad. Okay. True, but they also get upset when you're not emotional. And that's why you gotta find a balance because I have been, like I said, I've been told you don't show any emotions, you're not vulnerable, but I don't really like to be vulnerable with anybody because I feel like it's a weakness to a degree, and once again, I'm always thinking of how people are going to weaponize these things against me and how they're going to use these things against me. And I done gave people some ammo, child. So if people get up here playing voice notes and recordings, hey, I'm a human. I had to let it go. If that ever happens, just know I done told y'all I done crashed the fuck out, cussed, yelled, cried, screamed. I told y'all already. So don't be alarmed or don't be surprised if anybody ever try to come up here and expose Love Jones or play something of Love Jones when she was crashing out or drunk or whatever the fuck. Okay. Don't be surprised. They get doormat women. I'm on my healing path and working on my emotions. And yes, I'm an empath. Same, because you're not about to play my face. That part, it be that part for me. And as much as I've been accused of not being emotional, I'm a very emotional person. I just had to, once again, I've had to learn how to regulate myself. I've had to learn, good afternoon, Billy. I've had to learn how to control myself. I've had to learn how to talk myself off a ledge. I've had to learn how to bring myself down. You know what I mean? I've had to learn how to control myself. And that's the thing. It's all about self control. A lot of us lack self control. A lot of us lack discipline. That's why we overeat. Some of us are very promiscuous. Some of us, overindulge in the alcohol. Some of us be shopping all the time, spending frivolous money, just doing things that we shouldn't be doing. And it has a lot to do with not being able to control ourselves. So that is something that we have to work on because don't know man, like honestly, if you care, and I got to keep saying if you care because a lot of us don't really care about the opposite sex, but some of us do. If you want to be in a relationship with a man, crashing out all the time and being overly emotional, it might be cute sometimes, but if it's something that you're constantly doing, then he's also going to feel like, okay, this woman is unhinged. I can't take her into certain settings. She doesn't fit in my life in a certain type of way because she's overly emotional. Like she gets mad and crashes out over every single thing. Then how is she going to act if I bring her in this type of setting? How is she going to act if I bring her in this type of setting? What is she going to do if I'm really not even doing anything? You're beautiful without makeup. I know, Matthew. Thank you. What do you what like she crashing out because she's seen me talking to somebody. What is she going to do if I have to have a business meeting? What is she going to do if I need to go to a business conference? Like those are things that men think about. And then we also got to keep in mind that being overly emotional, it has a lot to do with like us also telling our business, trauma bonding. You cannot be sitting up here trauma dumping on a man. I do not advise that ever. Don't ever trauma dump on a man. Don't ever tell a man your deepest, darkest inner emotions and inner secrets because he's going to use it against you. He's going to weaponize it against you. And the one time, well, when I was younger, I used to like tell people, stuff and secrets and stuff. But I had a friend that was my best friend, a guy, for a few years. And I would tell him everything. Like I told him so many things about me. And then we started to have an intimate relationship. And every single thing I told him about me, he threw it up in my face and he used it against me. Or he used it to play on my feelings. He used it to play on, just me in general. Like when I was vulnerable, that's when we actually started having an intimate relationship. Now put two and two together. Now I don't necessarily regret it. Like, it is what it is. However, moving forward, I know that I will never ever trauma dump with a man. I will never ever be super overtly emotional with a man. I will never ever tell a man my deepest, darkest secrets. I don't think that a woman should do that even with her husband. I feel like you need to have a little bit of mystique. You need to have a little bit of mystery. You need to be a little bit, aloof, a little bit standoffish, a little bit cut off. And we have to talk about learning how to detach because that absolutely will save you. Hey, Holly, balance is key. I'm not getting up here telling you all never be emotional, don't show any type of emotion. That's not what I'm saying, but being overly emotional is working against you. Chances are that man is looking at you like you're crazy if you're getting up here crying all over the place. Any little thing, you're screaming, going crashing out. Like that's not attractive. But men do like it when you don't do it all the time and they do get to see that side of you once in a blue. It makes them feel special. But if you're always doing it, then it's like you that's annoying. Don't nobody want to be around somebody that's crying every day, yelling, screaming every day. That's not attractive and it's not sexy. You lose a little bit of your sex appeal if you're too emotional. You need to rest a little bit more in your dark feminine. And dark feminine energy is not overly emotional energy, not all the time. Now, don't get me wrong. It is also sexy to be, soft and nurturing and feminine and kind, but let's not confuse that with crashing out and crying all the time. Now you could crash out and cry here or there because men like crazy women as well. They want to know that you care about them to a degree. And if you don't ever, if you're just completely always stoic, then they're not going to think that you care about them. So I'm not saying like, don't ever cuss somebody out or, wow out a little bit because men also like crazy women. We'll talk about that in another live. However, to a minimum. If you can't be open with your spouse, y'all don't really know each other, in my opinion. I feel like you can be open, but you shouldn't be open to a degree. And I personally believe that if you are too open with anybody, then you are not open enough with yourself, or you don't trust yourself enough to keep your own secrets. You have to leave something for you. At some point, and to some degree, you need to be your own treasure chest. You need to be able to not betray yourself so much so to where you need to tell everybody everything. Like, I don't believe in that. I feel like there's some things that you need to keep just for you. Or if you feel like you need to be out here trauma dumping, then get a therapist. Get a therapist. Sarcasm is something women should learn more too. Okay. That's my problem. My personality disorder makes me either very emotional, angry, or just detached. What's your personality disorder? Men like mysterious women. They do. Keep it a secret. They also like women that they can't always easily read. Like, I think it's a beautiful thing for you to tell someone your emotions and to say, I love you and I care about you and I really want you in my life. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. However, if you're always doing that every single day, if this man thinks that you're just sitting around all day, you don't have your own life and you're just pining after him all day, he's gonna be like, uh, you're easy, like you're not a challenge. There's nothing about you that's interesting. I'm not entertained by you anymore. You're very predictable. Being super predictable and being easy to read all the time is not attractive. You have to leave a little bit to the imagination and you have to create your own world. And this is why I always advocate for women to have their own hobbies, to have their own interests, to create their own lives, and to have their own thing going on before completely merging worlds with a man. Hello, Dion. Not with someone literally decided to share your life with. Someone that so you mean like a husband or a wife? When I'm married to my husband, I'm still not going to tell him all of my deepest, darkest secrets. I'm just not going to do it. And I don't believe that men tell women all of I don't believe that husbands tell their wives all of their deepest, darkest secrets. I just refuse to believe that. Love that. Thank you. Yeah, I like this color on my skin tone too. So another example of an overly emotional person is they might prone to strong reactions. They might experience intense heights and lows in their emotions dependent on the situation. So this is not, like I said, like I don't think that it is attractive when you cannot tell someone something without them immediately combusting or immediately blowing up. That's like overly emotional people are very hard to deal with on a day-to-day basis, and especially in intimate relationships, because then how can you be open and how can you be expressive? Because it's like anything you say, they're gonna blow up. And now you're walking on eggshells, and that's not a comfortable space to be in. Who wants to be in a relationship with somebody when they got to feel like they're walking on eggshells or they can't say a certain thing a certain way because this person is going to blow up? They can't react. You can't even naturally be yourself because out of fear of this person blowing up on you. That's not a comfortable space. And I've dealt with that as well. Like, oh, I don't even feel like I want to say this because this person is going to get so mad at everything I say. Like, and I also feel like people use their emotions. That's another manipulation tactic. Whenever you express yourself to me, you tell me that you don't like something, I just blow up at you. And I'm going to train you to be more accepting of my bad behavior toward you or of my behavior toward you that is not acceptable to you. If you want, we're still going to deal with each other and you don't want me to blow up at you, then you need to shut the fuck up and let me do whatever it is that I'm doing and don't say nothing about it. That's another manipulation tactic. Hey, James. Hey, Unique. What's up, AP? You asked for my personality disorder is borderline. I saw it, baby. I read it. What's up? Spreading love is spread love is the BK way. I do have borderline personality, which has always caused problems for me. I feel y'all. I agree. Yeah, like don't nobody want to be walking on eggshells. Like, oh shit, I got to tiptoe around this motherfucker. I can't say this because they ain't gonna combust. Like that's very extremely uncomfortable. And nobody wants to deal with that, men or women. I don't want to deal with that shit. I do not. I don't. I've dealt with it, and it's hard, and especially, because you're like, dang, like I do love this person. I want to spend time with this person. I want to, possibly build something, but How can I ever express my grievances or, you know, say anything or be disagreeable if they're always going to blow up at me? It's kind of like they try to train you. They use these things as training mechanisms. Y'all just need to be aware of how people move with you. And I feel like I'm giving y'all both sides of the spectrum. Like I'm giving you not being overly emotional, but I'm also telling you to look out for people that are overly emotional because they weaponize their emotions. We've all heard of emotional manipulation, right? A person can emotionally manipulate you by crying all the time, blowing up whenever you express that you don't like something or you have some type of discomfort or something is not making you feel good. They just blow up. That's emotional manipulation. Or if you say, I'm going to leave you, this is not working out, and they start crying all over the place saying that they're going to do something bad to themselves, that's emotional manipulation. Everybody up in here, double tap the screen so we could get up in this algorithm because, child, I don't know what this algorithm is doing, but they got me effed up, and I don't like that. I'm afraid to date nowadays. Don't operate in fear, baby. It's going to be okay. You just use your discernment. Let them receptors be on fleekity fleek and, fine tune them antennas. Get more in tune with your body, get more in tune with your intuition. We're going to talk about that too. Let me write that down. Your intuition is your superpower. Yes, we got to talk about that. Intuition and discernment is your superpower. Baby, why you live out on the wall? Your pivot photo. What? Hi, Kenyatta. Oh my God, you just described my Aries ex boyfriend. I'm not on to bite my tongue, but as I get older, I don't have the energy to go off, so I stay quiet to keep the peace. I used to cuss anyone out. You see, you see, it's manipulation because that has happened to me too. Like I just disengage. I would just shut down. I don't want to argue, and I would just allow the enraged person to just be enraged and just fly off the handle. And I know because I'm so fucking smart. Like, and I let people think I'm dumb. I let people say whatever. I know when a person is being emotionally manipulative. Screaming, yelling, going crazy over any little thing, that's emotional manipulation. Crying over any little thing, that's emotional manipulation. I'm describing your husband. Damn. You see how many of us have dealt with emotional manipulation or someone being overly emotional? It's crazy. So I'm saying this to you ladies, being overly emotional does not work for you and it can also work against you. Because that's not fair to you. Like, why do you deserve to be, with somebody where you can't tell them how you feel about anything without them blowing up? That's a tactic to shut you down. That is a manipulation tactic to shut you down. And I just need us to be more privy to it. And I also need for us to not be emotional in a sense with men to whereas we just once again wearing our hearts on our sleeves and crying all over the place for any little thing because that's not sexy. What's your IG? My IG is at Hey Love Jones. I don't really just be going over to people's panels like that. I'm just gonna tell you right now. So I don't know. It might have to be worth my while because I don't really do that too much. Because I don't like to argue. I'm not into that. I like to spread my message, say what I need to say, talk to my love bugs and whoever else want to join the chat and keep it moving. I wonder, does our zodiac sign have something to do with it? Well, fire signs are very much more so likely to combust other than other signs. Earth signs, I'm a Virgo, so earth signs, I'm not overly emotional. Like I said, when I was young, when I was a child and in my early 20s, I was overly emotional, but I learned quickly that does not serve you. I had to get it together. As a grown adult woman, I'm not overly emotional. Like it takes a lot for me to get there and to blow up. And once again, it has had a lot to do with, being under the influence or just feeling like I've bottled up my emotions for so long and then I explode. And that's not necessarily the best, but I will hold something in for a long time and I'll just, keep letting it go, keep letting it go. And then I'll blow up on you or I'll just disappear. I don't really have too much of a gray area. And I always used to feel like that is something that I needed to work on, but I'm like, I don't need to work on that. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. Maybe the blowing up part is not the best, but if I blow up on you, then you really took me there. Like you've done something, you've set things, you built a volcano eruption. So more so than not, earth signs don't really we are emotional, but we don't show it like that. Like you won't see us just crashing out all over the place. Like that's not an earth sign trait. Fire signs, absolutely. They blow up, they yell, they scream, they get in your face, they're very intense. But that also, translates to passion, and that's why they make some really, really good lovers. Water signs, cry babies, cry a lot, cry a lot. They very much get into their emotional bag. And they also could be very crabby hard, like yeah. Air signs, very just sarcastic, witty. They feel like they know everything. They're gonna like talk to you crazy. They're gonna talk to you crazy, but in a sarcastic way. I used to cry. I'm Earth, like the big three: rising, moon. Hey, Amy, rising moon, sun, um, Virgo, Taurus, Cancer, and the Cancer is where I used to cry. Like, yeah, I used to cry. You're not a crybaby. You're a water sign and you don't cry. That's good. So we also have to always keep in mind that you're an evolved or an unevolved version of yourself. Evolved versus unevolved. That's why I like you and you're saying spread love the Brooklyn way. Pink is your color for sure. Thank you, babe. Thanks, boo. Thank you. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed and hit the like button. But so another way that you could see that people are very emotional. Oh, you a Scorpio is sensitive to criticism. Negative feedback could easily upset them. So y'all have heard me say multiple times, I don't let people criticize me. Like I don't listen to people. Oh, that's pretty. That's a pretty blue. I don't be listening to people and their criticisms. I'm not here for it. I don't listen to you. I'm not taking advice. That that doesn't me. I don't let people criticize me because most people that try to criticize me, they're not doing anything that I want to do. They're not walking in their life's purpose. I don't aspire to be like them. I'm not inspired by them. And I believe that you should only let people criticize you if they're doing something that you want to do, if they actually could bring something to the table as far as helping you to progress in your life. So I'm kind of on the fence with that one, but I don't like people criticizing me. I just don't. Because who the fuck are you to criticize me? Who are you to tell me what to do? Like, you're not better than me. You're not doing anything more than, what I'm doing, or you're not excelling in a career field or in a space that I want to excel in. So I don't really let people criticize me too much. So does that make me overly emotional? I don't know, maybe. Um, the one with the sparkles. What are some water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Oh, yeah, Veronica put it in there. What is your white is your color? I'm still thinking about you in that top the other day. Oh, thank you. I'm easily to cry when I see sad stuff in movies. I'm an air sign. Seems like it's fitting because I'm very sarcastic. Exactly. Um, yeah. So I just think that, we all need to be mindful of how we allow people to talk to us, what we allow people to say to us. Like we got to be mindful of that. Should I do this? This? Oh, that's kind of cute. I'm a Taurus, and my Aries brothers gets on my nerves. I cry easily too, especially when it comes to criticism. I criticize myself harshly. My B day was not 27. Happy belated. You're a Libra. Easily excuse me. What's the difference between with a bit of color? What a difference with a bit of color. Hey, Wally. I know, right? It takes it somewhere different. Need to clean this up a little bit though. Thank you. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. But like I said, being overly emotional does not serve you, especially as a woman in a relationship with a man. It don't serve you. Hello. Seeing happy things makes me cry too. Yeah, I mean, I still cry sometimes. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I don't be crying. Like happy, I've cried tears of joy. I've cried, at a movie. But I just don't. When it comes to men, it takes a lot for me to get really emotional about a man. Or if I'm crying over a man, I'm doing it in private. It's rare that I'm gonna be crying to a man all the time. Like, and these are things that women do. Like, you should not be up crying up in a man's face all the time. You just shouldn't, because that's not sexy. So, like, for I agree, but like, if he does things that you have a right to get upset, you're saying like using your emotional intelligence and handle it in a certain way instead of the crazy behavior. Exactly. Exactly. Like, you don't always have to yell and scream and crash out. Like, you could, talk to him and say, "Hey, I don't like that," or like, "Why would you do this?" But if it's something too outrageous, don't get. I'm not. Look, I will cuss a motherfucker out like a dog in the street. Okay, so I'm not sitting up here telling you don't no, because I will cuss you out if you do something crazy. All right, I will. However, for any little thing just to be crashing out, you gotta mind yourself. You gotta be mindful. Now I'm using like a lighter brown shadow on the end. The last time I cried over a dude was in 2019. It was good to get that pain out of my system. I'm not gonna tell y'all the last time I cried over a dude. I'm not even about to do that to myself. My mom always said I cry too much and I'm too sensitive. Me too, Veronica. That's another reason why I stopped. I had to stop because, I always got told, you too sensitive. Why you so sensitive? And the thing is, being sensitive is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just, when to be sensitive and in what situations. But being in tune with your emotions is actually a beautiful thing. But I just don't feel like everybody deserves access to that, you know? And you got to understand time and place. When I was younger, oh, yes, I read that. Yes, indeed. That part. Oh, this is cute, right? Y'all got me up in here learning. Like, I'll be freaking my eyeshadow now. Is it the millennial in me? But I never feel like my makeup is fully complete unless I do a wing. I mean, I get upset with my brother because he's out there with trying to couple me with his friends. I think I'm allowed to get upset over that. What do you mean? Like he's trying to hook you up with his friends? I cried when my soon to be ex directed me for the last time. Then I got my pow pow and put his directed you? What you mean, boo? Agreed. When I cried as a child, I was largely ignored, so I stopped crying in front of people. Yeah, yep, that's how a lot of us are. And then when we become hardened, people be like, "Oh, why you act like that?" It's like because my feelings were never really validated. So, or I just got told it's not that serious. Like, shut the hell up. Like, what are you crying for? Nobody cares. Like, so I just had to learn, like, okay, that I still was very sensitive. Like, I'm still sensitive, but I've learned how to not be outwardly or externally expressive in that way or too expressive in that way. I've had to, especially with men, because baby, they will put you through the fucking ringer. And like I said, being out here crying all over these men, they don't like that. They like it sometimes, but if you're always doing that, it's like, all right, bitch, get a grip. Disrespectful. Oh, okay. Yeah, like he's showing my pictures to his friends because he says I'm lonely without my permission. Oh my God. I mean, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I guess he's trying to, like, in his mind, he thinks he's looking out for you and, like, making sure that you're good or whatever. But if he's doing that against, like, your permission, then no, that's not cool. Thank you, Wally. You know, I absolutely, I'm gonna use that to get a coffee. I'm gonna go. We're gonna do because we haven't done a live like taking a walk in a while. So I think we're gonna do one of those lives after I'm done with this because I do need to take a walk. I do need to get some of my 10,000 steps in. So we're gonna do one of those lives. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. We're gonna do a couple lives today because child, I don't know what's going on with these numbers, but it's making me feel some type of way. So I don't know what the hell is happening. I don't know if I'm being suppressed. I don't know what's going on. But I ain't never have these low numbers like this that I've had in the past 2 days. Like, what is happening? Like it's the second of the month. I gotta pay my rent. I have like a couple day grace period to do it, so I need to go and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it today or like in the morning or something. I have until Friday. But we got bills. Like, what's going on? Why am I not? What's happening? I don't know. Anyways, we're not gonna focus on that because we're gonna get back to where we need to be, as we always do. Okay, as we always do. I love this. This Fit Me pressed poreless powder is my favorite. If you haven't already, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Flawless. What color do you get? I never picked the right color that fits. So this color is 355. And I get it a shade lighter because I like it mostly for my under eye and like to highlight me. I never tried the foundation. I have to try that. I never tried the foundation before. What am I doing? Oh, we're gonna do a little powder blush. Ouch. You're gonna use this CoverGirl True Blend High Pigmented Blush. This is the color 380 Temptation. Put a little up here, like so, like that. I like that foundation is affordable. What is affordable anymore? Because even drugstore makeup is like $15, $20, $30. I'm like, what the hell is this? Seems like everything is just like expensive. Everything went up. Because even when I buy like drugstore stuff, I'm still spending, you know, $15, $16 on a product. When I feel like it used to be like, I don't know, $8, $10 maybe. But now everything is $8 exactly. Now everything is like 15.99, 16.99, 11.99 for a lip gloss. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? This is supposed to be low end. Why am I spending $12 on a lip product from Revlon? Like, what are we doing here? It's crazy. Everything is expensive. There's like no such thing as like inexpensive unless you go to the Dollar Tree. Speaking of, I got to show y'all these again. I found these at the Dollar Tree. So if you see these, pick you up them. We'll do another eye makeup look with these probably tomorrow because this is really, really good. These are LA Girl liquid eyeshadows, but nothing is inexpensive anymore. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just like get rich or die trying out this motherfucker. Even they, yes, that part. 125. Dollar Tree ain't even a dollar no more. And I heard they was trying to go up to 150 or 175. Honestly, never understood the 99 cents things. Hopefully, prices will come down since the Feds dropped the interest rate by half. I don't know. The ports are on a strike right now, so y'all think that's not about to make the prices of goods go up? Because it's going to cost more to get shipments in if since they're striking, and we don't know how long that's going to last. So I don't know. I really like my makeup today. It looks really pretty. Oh my God, y'all. Like, I really learned how to do eyeshadow. Thank you, Black Sunshine. All right. What am I doing? Oh, I need to put some. I really like the way my lip came out yesterday. Like that shit was popping. I think so too, Veronica. And this is blue too, that shadow, but it's like a dark navy type of blue. You ever did just a shimmer eye look? I will, Amy, and I'm gonna do it. I feel like yes, I have, but since I have these new palettes, I have these mattes. I've just been playing around with them, but we'll do one tomorrow, and I'll use just golds. We'll do like a natural shimmer eye look. So tomorrow we'll do a gold shimmer eye look. I got this from the Dollar Tree too. But the palette that I use today is the Morphe palette that is linked in my TikTok shop. It was on sale for like $22. My TikTok is at Hey Love Jones, and y'all can find it linked in the description box of all of my videos. I used that today. I used this Wet and Wild highlighter, of course, the Juvia's Place, in the color Cocoa for the contour. Juvia's Place Barbie Rose blush, Maybelline Fit Me press powder. I use the Black Opal foundation stick in the color Beautiful Bronze, and I use some Elf concealer. Hey girl, those big floppy. Oh, you getting blocked. The fuck is you talking about? Hi, Denisha. See, all right, now we gotta add this in the middle like we did yesterday. I love that. Hey, Brittany. This is some real deal heavy Holyfield makeup for it to be 1 in the afternoon. I'm gonna start using blush again, giving me motivation. Period. Blush them cheeks. This is Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. And that's the look. Now we gotta do some thumbnail posing. I should have got this shirt in a smaller size. I don't know why I do this. All right. I'm gonna stay up here for 5 more minutes. We're gonna cap this at an hour, and then I'll be back multiple times, child, because we gotta get our money together. Because I don't know what the hell is going on with these numbers. They got me fucked up. Hey, job. I wonder if I just need to start doing pre-recorded videos and stop doing lives. Because what is these numbers? But I like going live, and I do the lives for y'all because y'all we like to do this. We like to talk and be interactive. So I'm torn. I gotta figure it out. I gotta figure it out. Hey, boo boo. Did I miss anything? No. What you sipping, sis? Liquid chlorophyll. It's so smooth. Thank you. When was the last time you queefed? Like, are y'all serious? Everybody at work. I did a live yesterday at like 4 something. And then I did another live when I was in the supermarket, and the numbers that I don't. We're not gonna keep reaffirming that the numbers are gonna go up. We pumping through the algorithm. We gonna get back up in there. I don't know what the hell is going on with the beginning of November, October. This is October, right? I don't know what the is going on. The chlorophyll is that dark. It is, yes. So I don't know. We're gonna do a couple throughout today, and then like my notifications are not being sent out either. So like my subscribers, they always be like, "Oh, I didn't even know you was live. I didn't even know." Like it's annoying. Cooking anything today? So I did I made the ground turkey, or was it ground chicken? I don't know. So I have like that in the fridge, and yesterday I had a quesadilla, and then I had some of that over pasta. So today it'll either be that or an over a salad, and that's that. Thank you, boo boo. What's up, Journey? But I feel like I'm gonna get a coffee. I haven't had a coffee in a while. So um I'm gonna go to I don't wanna go to Starbucks. I don't wanna go to Dunkin'. I don't know. We might go to Dunkin' and get a coffee and take a walk. And y'all know I'm gonna bring y'all with me. Shepherd's pie. That sounds good. What is that? Like ground beef with like mashed potatoes and cheese and peas. Not in cheese and peas. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get a coffee. It's been a while since I had a coffee. All right, I'm out of here. I'll be back literally within a few. You guys will see me a bunch of times today because baby, I need to make my coin. Okay. So make sure you like, comment, minced beef, potatoes, cheese, and some carrots. Okay, see, I was close. I was close. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share because I know that you care. If you are catching this on a replay, drop me some pink hearts, and I will see you all soon. I love y'all so much. Thank you for joining me. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. I'll be right back. Make sure the notification bells are clicked, and just pop on to the app, to the platform every now and again to see whether or not I'm live because they don't be sending out the notification even. Anyways, y'all know what y'all picking up what I'm putting down. All right, later.